God, this camera's awful. Okay, so if I open this, right? Wait, that's what I meant to do. And I do... Okay. Am I here? I think I'm here. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Coffee Talk episode 2 on me Mac. Continue. This is so weird to look at, by the way. Like, I'm so glad games are optimizing for other systems. Start the day. Huh. That there was more stuff in the drawer yesterday. Am I misreading things? Let's see. Well, the ingredients are stocked up, and the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. Yay! I thought that was the same dialogue for a minute. I was about to legit cry. Spinach, Galaxy Mint Tea. Sweet. We got some stories we have to like first. Cool. Well, I didn't realize you could actually click on these. Wait, what? What two did I miss? Oh, Georgie. So pretty. Riona. Yay. Okay. Gala. Hoyd. Good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gala. Nice to see you too. How'd it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Why is there hair? Goodness, are you having issues with children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury's giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it the full moon already? No, but I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for Fury, and that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask, but it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small but annoying. Doesn't sound pleasant. I can't speak. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual, and a bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I've never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you, Brax. Since a Galahad can soothe your Fury, maybe it would work pre-Fury as well. Maybe, but I think I need to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine and maybe blue. Oh, well, if only I remembered what the Galahad was. Is that even on here? Oh, it is. Okay. Tea, milk, ginger. So no caffeine, but blue. So would it just be this? But that's a tea, isn't it? No? I don't know. Milk and ginger? Maybe? The Gala tea. Well, there we go. It's got a werewolf. Peak. Here you go, a Gala tea for you. Do you come up with these names on the spot? No, it takes a bit of soul searching to tailor it to the situation, and so on. That almost makes it sound like you know in advance what you're going to order. Call it a sixth sense. Right, let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Awful. Why are you still up? Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. What's with the long looks, you two? Did something happen? Actually, Brax, Guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, it wasn't that bad. No, I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job. But most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend your entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all. You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one, lying on the sofa staring at the ceiling. Shush. Looking so gloomy has sucked the color out of the room, and it's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. Please help me help him. I'm at my wit's end. Well, that sucks. Mr. Hyde. Fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearly 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting, usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species years. Eyes on the prize. Intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job. Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs. I'm also not used to hairdos being constantly on me and driving me crazy. But modeling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind then. Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief. Ooh, you know what I bet I didn't do? I bet I didn't do this. I bet that's why I wanted my phone on, and then I forgot, and then I didn't do the thing, and now I'm going to have to worry about the thing. And it's going to be really fun, especially if I knock my phone over, which is not going to be good because I need it. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns that are featured and stayed on billboards for months, and I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posts it online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in and everything's forgotten. Blink and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days though? With slow fashion and the like? That's true, and people are getting into vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many people following you. You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered, that became a part of their lives in a real way. Do you know? You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People always remember you. That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts? Did you mistake me for a hardworking vampire? Do you see what I'm dealing with? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand. Yeah, that sounds good. Why don't you have hibiscus? We're gonna give a hibiscus another shot. I'll give you a hint. Make it very, very spicy hibiscus. Don't know what that is. Well, I said ginger was spicy last time, right? And it was right. So I think I'm right. Big brain? My big brain? Am I using my big brain? I better be using my big brain. Big brain time. Zobo. What the fuck is that? Serve it. And here's one. Zobo for... Serve Hyde his favorite hibiscus drink. Ow. And here's one Zobo for you. Let's see. I did it. You do know me well, Brax. So I take it this works for you? This is perfectly executed Zobo if I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use for your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right that time. Forgive an old man his old man jokes. Forgive an old man for his old man jokes. What does that even mean? I see you've had your fun, but you still lost your bet, Hyde. A bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. But you could definitely figure out the one hibiscus drink he likes. So now I get to say that I was right. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner at a place of my choosing. Ugh. Whoa. You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why don't you? Oh, that sounds like a me thing. You know, winning bets all the time. Oh, hi everyone. Hi, Lua. Hi, Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hayden. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it's been a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. I know, like, I'm probably should be drinking water. Especially when I'm talking this much. But I got no big brain. I also keep poking the bad spot. Did you know there's a bad... I learned this a while ago. But like ever since I've learned it, it's been in my mind. Did you know if you hit a certain mushy part of your head, if you hit it hard enough, it could actually be like fatal. And ever since then, I will like do this with my hand, right? I'll be like, I'm big brain. But then I think, wow, I'm really close to the sensitive area. And then I'm like, what if one day I just poke myself doing that really hard and I just somehow like... I'm gonna stop that gun. I need to stop everything. Anyway, you must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright. They're kind of fun to watch. How are things with you two, by the way? Oh, just let me order before I answer, if that's alright. Of course, what would you like? Oh, why is my mouth so weird? I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of sore throat. Is there anything you recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey. Sounds great. I love a lemon honey drink then, please. Isn't it literally just called cough medicine? Isn't there a drink? Oopsie. Literally called like cough medicine? I guess it wouldn't be cough medicine. Oh my god. So it's honey, lemon and honey. And it's a sore throat. Isn't tea green tea? Nah, hang on, no. It's gotta be like honey first. Because I know honey is soothing. I don't think it's either green tea or tea. No. Okay. I think it's tea then. It's got to be like tea, honey, and lemon. No. Fuck. Is it really tea, lemon, honey? But honey is more of a Midsummer Night's Dream. What? Here you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon. What? Here you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. Thanks. This is truly lovely. Just what I needed. That's great to hear. My company's trying to get a big contract, so I've been organizing meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going according to plan. Sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. And part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. It's so nice to be able to unwind and warm with a warm cup of my... Duh. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, you probably gathered that Bai and I have been fighting. Yeah, and Hyde told me a little bit about it too. Right. Well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days. And honestly, it's done me a lot of good. The thing is, I know Bai means well. He suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending out random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed, which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally. If we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple. That's true. Although I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making at my job is taking a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it's hard to navigate. I don't want Bai to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though. But I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bai. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. There are always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. But now it just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiancé that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet, or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? That's up to how you communicate it, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. But I want to honor that. He'll feel awful if he thinks I don't, or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear, you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think, instead of worrying about what your own wants and needs. You do realize that the important bit, right? I mean, generally, yes, I get that. But how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly, for starters. Right. My eye is going cross-eyed. I'm reading. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes. Right, I'm glad you remember that, because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friend who got married, and the strangers who put wedding pictures online. This is your relationship. You're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at a fast food joint if that's what you like. That way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Thank goodness. But point well taken. It's just my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? No. Then maybe they do, or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you shouldn't put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. You know what? Thanks, Hyde. My pleasure. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. Big brain. I don't know why I did that. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counselor, but I agreed with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. Are you looking to change careers, Hyde? He's bored of modeling. Finds it too impermanent. Wants to leave a mark. Wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you could make modeling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had a proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. Not making. Man, I make 20 years ago. I made that year. That was so cool. What happened then? I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, lodged the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she wiped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one since the 60s. My granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. It was something like that. Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light. And also because it was a slower experience. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual posing, switching, pausing, and some more. But something felt different. Then I realized what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that. Is that unusual? Yep. Most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time, and we got kind of friendly, I guess. Oh my god. Because of the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposure. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her dark room. Watch how she developed the pictures and how they came out. You did always have a fondness for dark places. Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know? A me I could recognize. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care that she put into processing each frame, working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. In her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera, and it was the first time she really liked a portrait someone took of her. There's no way that's over. Interesting. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales, or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it. No, I think it's a beautiful story, and it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you. Please share, Louis. You'd be doing both of us a solid. Yay. Go on, then. Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently, but apparently film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said, it captured the light beauty. And it's more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that. Who, me? No, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work. I think you got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month. Oh well, forget about it then. No, don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental, and you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids drama and offend the parents. But most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if that's the right topic for Miss Lua. It's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether marriage lasts a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. That career in the mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my own chair now. I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. Maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde, and good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. It will be. Good night, Lua. Good night. See you later. Good night to you too. Don't leave me with the vampire's gonna... You know? Here we go again. Last one sitting. Indeed, proper night owls. You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? That's not for me to say, but I would call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and the next thing you know... I don't want to sound too depressing. Well, that's friggin' too late. So you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone, to enjoy their company. You can do that for years with friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person, and they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really. I know. The one time I tried it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? Regret. No, I guess I didn't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to the flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I signed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating, and something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricky one, Brax, and I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. Of course. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-on-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides, well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala is from a long-living species. But even then, he'll grow old before I do eventually. The world will change 100 times. Technologies will die out. New technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now in a century, maybe two. And Lulu and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will, am I right? That is very perspective of you. You've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. I suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. To continue our story, it's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust. We will make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to go browse for some film cameras. What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend, and you as well. The world won't wait for you, but some of us will. Am I immortal? Pink spice. What? Okay. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry for the bad quality camera, bad mic probably. I forgot to put in the earbuds to get the best mic. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe. See you real soon. I hope this works. Man, I really pray this works. Yeah.